Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing this custom Ford Raptor. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to National GMC here in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. They've got this one. They also happen to have a white one as well. And so I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out this truck and the rest of the inventory that they have. If you have any questions, just ask for David. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So powering this particular Raptor is the 3.5 liter twin turbo EcoBoost V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. It puts out 450 horsepower and then 510 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with the review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting at the power dome here in the center, you guys can see this has actually been painted black. It's usually just exposed plastic. And then notice the Raptor logo has been painted as well, which looks really cool. And then as for the rest of the hood and everything, that has been all left to be the same. And this brings us down to the lights. So we still have the normal Raptor lights, which are blacked out from the factory, and that matches very well with the grille that has been painted black. Notice the marker lights have also been blacked out, which is really cool. And then the Ford logo has been painted red to match the rest of the truck. And then you guys can see here with the bumper, this has also been body painted. And then if we pop down below to the skid plate, it has been painted black so that it kind of matches with the overall theme instead of having the exposed silver. And so when you put it all together, this truck definitely has such a cool front end appearance. Now popping around the side here, we've got 37s wrapped around 22-inch wheels. If you're wondering, the exact setup is 37 by 12.5 by 22. Fuel wheels, for those of you that are wondering on the branding there. And then these are the Toyo Open Countries. So they're mud terrain, super aggressive with the tread pattern. And this leads us to the next part. You guys can see the fender flares have been body painted. And then notice the little venting here. Again, this is usually exposed plastic. That one has been blacked out. And then these from the factory are always body painted, but it kind of goes with the theme. And then you guys can see the fender flare there on the back, also body painted. And it still has the cool stickers you have from the factory. And then looking at the shocks and suspension, it looks like everything has been left to be stock, which is perfectly fine because look at the side view of this truck. Really nice stance overall. And that's one of the things that's cool about the Raptor from the factories. The stance is just great. The rear marker looks so cool with how it's blacked out. And then you guys can see here with the taillights. So from the factory, this part's normally blacked out, but this is now body painted, which is really cool. And then you guys can see around the edge, they also body painted that as well. And then that leads us to the tailgate. You guys can see the Raptor logo and then the Ford logo as well as the F-150 logo. And then notice with the bumper, this one's also been body painted. And then we still have obviously the crazy exhaust tips you get with the Raptor and then the recovery hooks as well. But let me know what you guys think about the Raptor now that everything has been body painted slash blacked out. I think this is definitely a cool look for the Gen 3. Now when it comes to the interior, it hasn't been modified with this truck, but I do want to show some of the cool options this particular Raptor has. So this one has the black interior, it has the carbon fiber added, and then this is a more loaded up Raptor, so you've got stuff like memory seats, the Bang & Olufsen sound system, blind spot monitor with the mirrors, and then this one has the black leather seats, which are the more popular ones to get with the Raptor. And then popping in, you guys can see more carbon fiber throughout, you know, in the glove box and all that. I'll start her up. Of course, got the digital gauge cluster here, and then Raptor style steering wheel, which is so cool with the marker there at the top. Got the paddle shifters there on the back. Got the big infotainment system, heated and cooled seats. You also have the rear locking differential, as you can see, and then the more advanced four-wheel drive system. This one also has the workbench center console, and then of course got 6 auxiliary switches in normal Raptor fashion, and then this one is equipped with a full panoramic sunroof. Let's talk about visibility before we set off in this custom Raptor. You guys can see visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, which you can do a blind spot monitoring through the rest of the rear. And this also does have window tint. It's like the perfect amount where it kind of has like that cool dark feel, but visibility is still really good through the windows, which I think is a big plus. Now I will say turning radius on this big beast, it's yeah, but I mean it's a full-size pickup truck, so it's kind of to be expected. And I guess it's a good time to kind of see, I'm noticing any rubbing, so they did a good job with the 37s. This was originally a 35 package Raptor. It honestly does not make sense to modify a 37 package Raptor because people just want those ones stock, but these 35 package Raptors, that's the kind of the sweet spot when it comes to modifying the trucks. And for those of you who don't know, the only difference between a 35 package Raptor and a 37 package Raptor, other than the stickers on the outside, are the tires. You know, people think that Ford like changes the suspension and all that kind of stuff with a 37 package. That actually isn't what happens. The suspension and all that is the same, just bigger tires. And so that's why you have less travel with a 37 package Raptor. So if you buy a 35 package Raptor and put 37s on it, you basically just have a 37 package Raptor. It's just how it works. So initially setting off, it's comfortable normal Raptor fashion. The new Gen 3 has kind of like this cloud-like driving experience because it's so smooth, and this still has that. Yeah, and the steering's normal Raptor fashion. It's more direct for a pickup truck. Now I will say the mud terrains, you do kind of feel those chunking out the road a little bit, so that is something to contend with. But going over bumps, damping is really good, so I think that's a big positive. You'll see over this little dip here. Bloop. Yeah, I mean it's not as squishy as, you know, a truck with like a stock truck with 17-inch wheels, right? We've got bigger wheels and a little bit less sidewall, so that does kind of change the dynamics there. But the shocks are so good at absorbing everything that it's still really comfortable. I think that's a big plus. Yeah, you can definitely hear these tires a little bit more than a stock Raptor, but it's, I mean, honestly, if you have your music on low, then that would, yeah, pretty much get rid of the slightly added noise, basically. And it doesn't do anything weird with the braking. Sometimes when you, it just depends on the tire and wheel setup you do. Sometimes it can kind of change things a little bit, but yeah, it seems like this is, that's been unchanged with that. I wonder if this one has the yeah, it does have trail turn assist. Well, this one is a 2023, so I kind of expected it to have it, but yeah, it's cool that it does. It's easy to drive, I will say that. It sometimes, especially with slightly more negative offset, sometimes the trucks can be a little bit of a handful because they're so wide, and the Raptor's already wide, but honestly it's not getting in the way at all. Love the wait, yeah, it's kind of cool little turbo noise. But yeah, I mean this, and we'll get another acceleration up here in a minute. The EcoBoost can move these 37s no problem. It's not the fastest thing on the planet, but like compared to most pickup trucks, it gets up and moves pretty well. So to kind of sum things up here with this build overall, obviously this is more of like a street build rather than an off-road build. Yeah, you can take this off-road. It's got mud terrain tires, it's got tons of ground clearance because it's a Raptor, but you know, bigger wheels, less sidewall, not as much for off-roading. Yeah, it moves. But I mean, most people, like 95% of Raptor buyers, never touch dirt with their trucks, right? They're just, this is a fashion statement in the world we live in now. So with that being said, I think this thing looks really cool. It has this cool custom appearance that just gives a lot of road presence. I mean, it's sad to say, but like Raptors are a dime a dozen nowadays. There's just so many of them. In the Gen 3, right, they've, you know, production was slow at first, but now they've definitely ramped things up. And so they're everywhere. And so if you want a Gen 3 that, you know, stands out, that's definitely what this does. And this stands out more than a Raptor R, because like with the Raptor R, unless you know what it is, it's just another Raptor, right? You got the little R badges, you got the black elements and everything, but like this with the fully custom look, like you instantly tell you like, oh, this is something that's different. So let me know what you guys think about this build, and yeah.